Yes, I may be looking very shimmery, but it's because I'm gold, baby, and we all are. We're all gold ladies, so make sure you know it. I made a mistake with my makeup. Grimwade gang! I hope you're all good. Thank you for being with us again today. We have some exciting news to share with you. So exciting that I'm just losing my breath. Hosanna has acquired a role in a West End theatre play. Oh my gosh, I'm going to get her to come in and she can tell you more about it, but it's so exciting. Hosanna!
We the Grimwades, welcome to the show. Spreading good vibes, gonna let everybody know. There's a window to our lives, so watch everybody grow. And everybody's welcome, from the royals to the pros. Yeah, love for checking out the journey. Big fam, couple guys, couple girlies. We're spreading happiness from early. Subscribe to the vibe, you heard me?
Oh my days.
Come guys, all of you come in. Hello Grimwood gang.
Hey guys!
Are you all okay?
Yeah.
Yes, cool. Could you go and get the boys actually, please? Go and tell the boys to come as well. Go on, Zaz, you can go and get the boys. So whilst they're going to get the boys, because obviously we love to celebrate all of our news together as a family, I'll just give you a little bit of a backdrop. This theatre play it's run, I think this is the second year that it's running, and the first year that it ran, it was literally a sold out show, just literally from the get-go. And it runs for about 8 to 12 weeks, dependent on, whether they decide to add more shows or not. Everybody coming in? Come along in.
Coming in and in it.
Coming in. Is everybody Carmex? Oh, we've got to bring Houston in as well.
Should I take her out?
No, leave her in her car seat. Does someone want to help? Teamwork makes the dream work, isn't it, Rue? Rube, you know about that, don't you?
Yeah.
The Grimwood gang needs to go check out our Instagram, because there's a reel on our Instagram where Rue this morning achieved. What did you achieve?
So he done 3 kick-ups without a bounce into a catch.
Yes.
Which is very, very good.
And you was working hard on it for about 20 minutes, weren't you? Give mummy high fives. Yes, high fives. So this is all about Hosanna, guys. Our star girl right here. Well done. We're all so proud of you. Are you guys proud of her?
Yeah, I'm very, very proud of her.
I'm really proud of her.
Yeah,
Yep,
I
am.
Hosanna. She works really hard.
I'm so happy for Hosanna.
Yes.
So I was saying that this is the second year. You've brought Houston in. Yeah, you can shut the door, darling. It's a little bit chilly out there. This is the second year that this theatre play has been running. What's the theatre play called?
Small Island.
It is called Small Island, and it actually showed on TV at some point, and they made like a show of it in the theatre. And it's all about, the Windrush generation who came from Jamaica and blah, and how they kind of like thought that this land was going to be, England being this land, was going to be something, and then it was obviously a bit harder than they felt it was going to be. But please do look it up online. If you type in Small Island theatre play, theatre show, it will come up. You'll be able to find it. And for all the Grimwade gang that are in London, please make sure you book tickets to go and see the show. If you want to see Hosanna in action, tell them what role you're playing, sweetheart.
So I'm basically playing a role called Little Hortense, what is a main actor, actress, but I'm just playing her when she's younger. So I'm Little Hortense and she'll be Hortense.
Yeah.
Precisely, but she's like one of the main characters, isn't she? And you're playing her when she was a little girl.
Yeah, and another guy called Michael.
Yes, there's another character called... You can come sit here, sweetheart. There is another character who's a main character called Michael, and there's also a little Michael. And the funny thing is...
I was just about to say, we have a story about little Michael.
Little Michael, talk about keeping it in the family. My cousin, Raph, so Raphael Higgins-Humes.
Big up, Raph.
Big up, Raph. He played little Michael in this play in 2019. And it's so funny that now Hosanna is playing Little Hortense. And I don't even know, I doubt it, but I don't think the directors of the show even know that they're related or anything, but that's really funny. So yeah, you're going where your big cousin has been before.
Yeah.
And you're going to do fantastically well, aren't you?
Yeah.
So I just want
smash it.
You're going to smash it. Yes, that's what I like, girlfriend. You're going to smash it. Wonderful. No, I was going to put my head in
sorry.
and be like, oh, yeah, that's not nice. Just, no love. I'm joking.
Sorry.
Basically, I wanted to give the Grimwade gang a bit of a backdrop of why this is so amazing as well, because obviously all throughout lockdown, which was like last year, we had some news for Hosanna that we wanted to share with you guys, but we couldn't quite share. But then what happened was, obviously, because all the theatres got shut down and none of the plays were on, Hosanna she was in the run-ins for a main part, the part of Nala in the Lion King theatre play.
Of which she actually got.
Yeah, so she got, and she basically had to be a certain height. Now, as you know, Grimwade gang, this girl she's almost reaching my height now. So
I go very fast and I'm very tall. So.
Yes, she's got her father's genes.
Yay!
And to be fair, my dad's not that short either. So on my dad's side, like, there's some taller people as well. But yeah, she's got her dad's genes, and also your auntie Ellie and your grandma Julie. They're all tall.
They're both very tall.
Yes, very, very tall.
Very tall, yeah.
Because by the time we needed to start, thank you, rehearsals, I was too tall for the part.
Yes.
By
like a centimetre.
Yeah, and it was so annoying.
But
I remember I started measuring every day, oh no, please.
She's like, she's this and a half, thinking hopefully she doesn't grow anymore, because that was in the summertime, and they probably weren't going to be starting rehearsals until maybe that February, March, April the following year.
Yeah.
So it was just knowing that realistically in 6 months she's definitely going to grow taller. So unfortunately she missed out.
That was the only time in my life that I've ever prayed to God, please don't help me, please help me to not grow.
But everything happens at the right time for the right reason, doesn't it? So, she'd been practicing the dances for it and all this sort of stuff, and she'd had some singing lessons and whatnot to help her with her singing the role and blah blah blah. But time went on, and unfortunately she wasn't able to play that part just because she got too tall. And then since then there's been auditions that Hosanna's gone up for, and there's even been some TV dramas that she's gone up for. And even though you send in your picture and all your credentials, like your height and da-da-da, when you go for the audition, sometimes directors like to see you in the flesh, and then they'll make the decision. And again, she was one of the favourites for a TV drama that's not out yet, so I can't say the name of it. But she was up for that TV drama. But then when they saw her in person, they was like, she looks a bit too old for it. And obviously, Hosanna's beautiful and she looks the way she looks. But yeah, I guess she looked, of course you love yourself, good girl. I'm guessing she maybe looks older than 9, but she can't help that. So we couldn't get that part just because of certain things that you can't change. So then when this role came along, Hosanna, with her amazing attitude, as she has for every single audition she's ever done, went off. And guys, Hosanna is so sick at just learning stuff, whether it's a dance, whether it's a script. We give it to her, I'll message it to her on her iPod. She goes off and she just reads through it, learns her parts, comes back, and it takes her not even that long really. And she comes back and in the same day she'll have learned it off by heart, and I'm like, rah. So she did that just in the same holding the same positive attitude that she always has. Yeah. All the way through, never doubting herself, just being I've got this, and just throwing herself into it totally. And also what's a bit difficult is a lot of these auditions these days happen via Zoom. Do you know what I mean? So you have to be able to make the people feel you through the screen. Do you know what I mean? You don't have that what's it called?
Face to face.
Yeah, face to face kind of audition very often at all these days. So yeah, when this came up, Hosanna did amazingly great. She went and learnt it, and then she had an audition online. In fact, no, I think, did we do a self-tape? Maybe we did a self-tape first.
We did a self-tape, and then...
A self-tape, in case you don't know, is when you film yourself doing a part of whatever role it is that they've sent you. You just film yourself and you send it in.
Yeah, they send you a little bit of the script to learn, and then you'll have to just do it in front of the camera.
And then you send that across via email or whatever. And then she actually got a call back, which means, they like you. They've picked you out of the bunch of people that have auditioned, and they want you to come and do the actual audition via Zoom. Yeah. So it was you and who else? So you were playing the part of Little Hortense on this audition.
And all Hosanna saw was other Michaels.
Yeah, I didn't see other Hortenses,
no.
other Little Hortenses, because I wasn't doing it with them. We were both going up for the same role.
Mm-hmm. So explain a bit how that audition went.
So basically, I just had to have the lines in my head because they already knew my name and stuff. So I just said hi, and then basically after that, there was 3 different boys I had to do my lines with, and they were all going up for the part of Michael. And yeah, so I'd done it with one person, then they said, oh, can you hold on for a second? Thank you very much. Or they might have said like, oh, when you do this, can you like go wow or whatever.
Yeah, can you do it a bit more like this? Or...
Yeah, because sometimes...
Give a little bit of direction.
Yeah, because sometimes they don't put that in the script. Sometimes they do and sometimes they don't.
Yes.
But then after that I had to... I'd do it with another boy and then I'd wait for a second whilst they were doing it. Also were watching another girl audition with another Michael. Mm-hmm. And then I'd do that and I've done that 3 more times.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So, yes.
Sorry, I have a question. Mm-hmm. Do they have 3 like different boys just to see who sounded best, like doing it with Hosanna and stuff?
I think there's a couple of things they were testing. They were testing to see which boy they liked most for the role, but then also which characters they felt like, which children they felt like worked together. Because like I was speaking to someone on the phone who's to do with the play this morning, and they were saying, you know, even like just like adults, you know, you meet someone and you might click with one person more than the other person. When it comes to the actual performances, they will match up which kids they feel like just gel together naturally. And you see it in films all the time. Like you'll see, for example, in Bad Boys, so Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. They obviously gel well, do you know what I mean? So they've done a series of films together because they work well together, do you know what I mean? So it's the same in theatre, and it goes across the board from kids right up to adults. So yeah, that's what they try to work out.
Yeah, cool.
So this audition must have lasted, about an hour and a half? I think.
I don't really know because I didn't really see the time when I was doing it, but Mummy and Daddy would have had to keep track of the time because I was just doing the audition.
Well, all I know, it was in the evening, and I think it started at 5 that she had to be on, and then it was like 6:30 when everybody else had gone to bed because I'd been giving them their dinner in the meantime. And there was a point where I wasn't even in here with her. I think Tim was at his studio chair just being in the room, but she was on screen just dealing with the people doing stuff herself, which I think is very mature and it's great for the kind of arena that you're going into. So yeah, that was fantastic, and so that took about an hour and a half. And we could hear her taking the direction from the people and then going through the parts again and whatnot. So I thought that was fantastic. Like, you did it really well and you took on direction really well, which is something that, like, Hezi will know with football. Taking on direction and being able to apply what it is you got to do.
One of the like main things that you have to be able to do.
Yeah, which is fantastic. Do you know what I mean? So sisters. Yeah. How do you feel about Hosanna getting this part?
So proud of you, girl. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, girl.
That's okay.
Believe it. Went through this whole trip.
Oh my gosh.
This Hallie.
Yeah, this Hallie's a little actress herself, isn't she? It's funny though, and this obviously just shows, were you going to come sit down? It just shows that basically there was another thing that Hosanna was put up for, and it may have possibly involved her, like going away. And how did we feel about that, about her going away?
I did not want her to go away one bit.
Not me too.
Why not? Why did you not want her to go? Because she would have been going to do some really good like filming and stuff.
Yeah, like even though she would be coming back to us, like I'd be like, no, I can't spend this much time without you, sis. Please come back.
God,
I'm very proud of her going to do our audition because we can't force her to stop doing what she got. We can't just
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But we don't want to stop her having a good opportunity.
Of course. No, we don't. Exactly.
I'm very sad as well.
Yeah, I understand that.
Because it would have involved her going away like 5 nights a week and then coming back at the weekends, which obviously, for us as a family, obviously we're not used to that. Obviously Hezi goes, how many times did I say obviously at once? Yeah. Hezi goes to his day release once a week now, which we told you about, Grimwade Gang. And obviously that was a bit hard for the kids to even take on. So I was like, oh my gosh. Well, Hallie particularly was a bit like, oh.
Hallie's usually the one that doesn't like people like leaving.
Staying away and whatnot, yeah. But, you know, if opportunities come up, you lot are getting to the ages now where you're not like Houston and Root and Halo, where you're all, you know, babies. You're getting to the point where you've got big opportunities that come up, and we don't ever want to stop you, Hezzy, Hosanna, Hallie, Harper, any of you, from being able to, you know, reach your highest heights and be able to get your goals, do you know what I mean? And be able to really take part in those situations and those opportunities, because you never know what it's going to lead on to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And that's our job, to hopefully raise you guys in a way that opens you up to opportunities.
Precisely.
And you're prepared for those opportunities. That's our job. So
and that is something that I feel like, because obviously we're homeschool and we have the kids with us a lot, we can closely see how their character is building and forming, and that was part of the reason why we wanted to homeschool and have our kids at home. Obviously it's important they socialise, which they do, and that's kind of when you get to practice these characteristic traits that we try and fool you with. But we felt that, you know, Hosanna, as much as she's 9, would be mature enough to go into a situation and stay away from us for that amount of time. Obviously it's professional, they're chaperones, so that was on the table, and we just prayed about it. We spoke about it as a family, we prayed about it, and we was like, Lord, do you know what, we leave this in your hands. Guide, open the right doors and shut the right doors. And then this door opened for the Small Island play, and she got it. So, and that obviously then cancelled out her being able to do the other job because of the time span that it goes across. So yeah, the Lord answered our prayers, and I think gave you the opportunity that was suitable for you at the right time. So how are you feeling about being on stage, Hosanna, in front of a live, because obviously this is not a live audience. When we're vlogging, obviously it's to the camera, but it's just us in our house. But when you go on stage, there's got to be people them in your face right there. Oh yeah, we didn't even say. How have you got to speak in the play?
In a Jamaican accent. I was just about to go on to say this. But at first I was thinking, oh my gosh, my Jamaican accent is not good, so I just need to practice a lot, mate. But then I actually started getting the hang of the Jamaican accent, and it was really good. And what are you doing?
just posing.
And I thought it was really cool because, like, we're all half Jamaican. Well, you're fully Jamaican, but us kids are all half Jamaican. And for this Jamaican play, to be the first, like, thing that I get
totally
is
agree.
really cool, and I'm really happy.
For me, one who can't even do a Jamaican accent very well, it's like a
sound a bit
posh one.
Trini.
Yes, well, there you go. You know what I mean? Like, it's an island, remember the right one. But yeah, like, she has to do it with a Jamaican accent, and she hasn't had a coach, like an accent coach yet or anything, but she's just literally looked online, practiced. I think we looked a bit at the Jamaican president and a few other examples, and just literally listened to it and took
because
it in.
It's quite a soft.
It's quite a soft, posh
Jamaican accent,
kind of accent. It's not like patois. Do you know what I mean? It's not like really.
She's Hortense. She thinks she's quite
above everyone.
Above everyone, and she like a bit stuck up. Yeah,
a little bit stuck up.
But she was raised to think that her father was very posh and rich and like a important man. Yeah,
precisely. And she speaks like properly. So probably like how my mother, when she came over from Jamaica, probably used to speak. Yeah. Because apparently my mum never had a Jamaican accent, but I can't quite believe that she didn't. So she must have, but it must have just been quite a soft, Jamaican accent. All those of you that live in Jamaica, please, let me know what I am saying. Because you know what I mean. It's not like would it be Kingston that's a bit more like kind of, not colloquial, but patois. But other places in Jamaica, I think, are a bit more like softer spoken. Yeah. I've heard it when I've watched documentaries.
You can even go to places like Liverpool and people have got a softer Scouse accent than others.
Yeah, precisely.
It just depends.
And even in London, you'll get some people that are more common, like me, or you'll get some people who are very well spoken and have a very good English accent. Yes. So it's like just differences across the board. You know what I mean? Yeah. So Hosanna Rain, Grimwade, we are so proud of you, girl. I'm sure the Grimwade gang are proud of you too. We cannot wait to see you in the Small Island play. Please make sure you look it up, guys. Book your tickets so you can see Hosanna performing. It's gonna be sick. Her debut theatre role at the National Theatre in London is just absolutely mad. It's crazy for your first one. Like, we are so proud of you. Keep working hard. Never stop trying to achieve your goals. And obviously you'll just go higher and higher and higher. I know this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
All right, Grimwade gang, thanks for sticking with us for another vlog. We love you.
Bye.